Hello everyone, welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is Mr. Singh. RIVN, ticker symbol RIVN. Well, we are making higher highs, folks. If you don't know what I am saying you can clearly see that we came to the loading zone of $8.32. Now we're making higher highs and higher lows at the same time. Before I start talking on the technical, I always cover the fundamentals. Then we're going to come back and look at the key levels coming up for the week in the months ahead, and I'm going to draw some key technical analysis. But before that, let's talk on the fundamentals about my portfolio as well. Well, the target stays the same. Still the moderate buy. Rating of 11 LLCs, 9 is still hold and 2 sell. Average of upside, if you're looking about $14.57, that about 38.76%. High target is $25. The reason he's holding this stock below, it's a profitability. Once there's going to be a profitability on RIVN, this stock will be destroying over $50 once this stock is close or very profitability in the months to ahead. One of this article came through, wanted to share with you guys. 80% of market value is now cash for RIVN. Automated reported a wider than expected loss in Q1 in 2024 due to the high production expense. This is going to all companies, doesn't mean it is an EV, if it's a industrial, tourism, airline, you name it, or gross domestic products. Everything is high expenses, and that is resulting in all the companies is making less profitability, whereas a more loss for RIVN because of the production expense. Despite the loss, the company saw an increase of 82.1% increase in the sales year over year. The company's valuation is now 80% of its cash value, making it an attractive investment despite of the lack of growth. RIVN is the based in American company, and it is one of the company that are fully focused on EV vehicles. And man, I love it. I love RIVN. The style of it. The price is still high for the RIVN, right? What does it mean by that? So retooling, compared to last month, the company stated till its target gross profit are positive for Q4 2024. Woo! If it happens, then this stock will be over $50. That is the target value that I am looking, even higher than that, because once a company turns into profitability, there's more growth and the demand becomes insanely high to produce. Despite it's still losing of 38,000 per vehicle in Q1, the post pre-tooling is expected loss to be fall to about 29,000. Kind of skimming through this article, one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is this. This included the 50% of variable cost improvements, primarily to a material cost reduction due to R1 engineering design changes and commercial supplier negotiations. The lower raw material costs. The 35% fixed cost of improvement by boosting the production rate by 30%. Lastly, the 15% of non-vehicle revenues include services, accessories, remarketing, finance, insurance, and other softwares. So they have a good strategic plan in terms of the company growth, company marketing. And Q4 of 2024, it's a target where the company is looking to be profitable. If it becomes profitable, this stock will be higher than there will be, as I mentioned, $50. Another article I want to share with you guys quickly, skimming through on that, is with Tesla extending the affordable of vehicles of 300 miles range, cost of $25,000 with the credit of $7,500. The GM also General Motors, which is GM, also of 300 miles of EV price of $30,000 are accredited. We worry R2 with a higher price and possibly lower range, Narayan explained. Furthermore, due to the slowdown in EV sector, Narayan is concerned about the R2 and R3 models will compete against the legacy automakers producing. So if RIVN, this is one of the analysts talking about, if it decreases the price on it, kind of be more competitive in the market, then you'll see a more demand, more supply will be more because of the cost of RIVN price is low. So something to keep an eye moving forward. Well, portfolio time. Yes, folks, I did increase some shares, so now I'm up to 7,699 shares, up to 16.52%. Very happy, profitable, sitting right here. But this is my long-term portfolio, where I do not sell my shares if I go to my target price. I still have my RIVN at target price. Doesn't mean I'm gonna sell it, but that's something I want to see once the company becomes profitable, and kind of I don't mind riding this stock over 4 to 5 years. If you're interested, I'm invested in Tesla. You can see on another EV and NEO as well, both up in the hefty market. OCGN is another penny stock. Nvidia, Palantir, I'm down 0.09%, and Plug Power as well. I have other stocks in the portfolio that I do on the videos as well, and do talk about my investments, the key support level, the key resistance level, and the areas that it becomes a loading zone, means where I am loading my shares. And this is very transparent on you guys. Not a final advisor, folks, just doing my due diligence and sharing my technical analysis with you guys. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out on those videos as well. Well, let's dive. What are we looking on this? So gonna cycle back. We're gonna look at the 5-day. How did we do on the 5-day chart? Gotta fix my chart so you guys can clearly see that. Well, 5-day, we know this roller coaster went in $12.13, and then we had this drop, came all the way, next day came all the way to the pullback, and even low of $9.90. In the past 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, was kind of trading below, where on Friday we did close higher at $10.50, which is great. Kind of roller coaster economy. Jeremy Powell is speaking up at the end of the month and June 1st also, so something to keep an eye. The inflation rate will have a indication on the stock market as well. Also impact on RIVN, because the production expense, why did it went high? Because it is placed on that interest rate as well. So 1 month, looking at that, which when we had the crossover mentioned on the video about the uptrend, sure enough, we did see that coming through, because my pink line, if you're not familiar, that is the 200-day EMA, and is acting as a support throughout the throughout the month actually. And my blue line, which is my 60-day, sitting right here, which is $10.39. The pink line is sitting, which is the 200-day, at $10.21, which is a clear indication of another run-up is coming up. If you're looking at MACD, we do have a lot of buyers been stepping up. So that is a great sign. Even RSI is making higher highs and higher lows. The reason I have $8.32 as a support, because that has been proven a loading zone area. So something to keep an eye. And if you're interested to load some shares, absolutely look at the 200-day EMA. We're sitting at $10.21 at the moment right now, which becomes a loading zone as well. Shifting the gear to the 3 months, clearly see that when we had this massive downtrend came all the way back in February at $16 of RIVN, and then we had this crossover happened, and we've been trading below. We've been trading this moving average. Anytime you have the pink line, the 200-day EMA, which is my pink line, on top, and the blue line is below the 60, it is a downtrend, and you can clearly see that acted as a resistance many times and got rejected. Even though before we had this breakout, I mentioned we were closing this gap. We closed this gap beautifully as the buyer stepped in, and when we had this crossover, we shoot off all the way to 11. Came back to tested the blue line, which is the support level, and tested back again and around at $12.15. And now we are making another highs, and we have been making higher highs and higher lows. If you can clearly see that, what does it mean by that? I'll draw a chart for you guys. This is the trend line that we have right up here. You can clearly see that we're making higher highs and higher lows, and it has been a beautiful run up. Taking along this channel, so that's why I'm gonna have this chart kind of for our next video to look at it and how we are doing. Clearly making it higher highs, higher lows, and testing back again. And if you're interested, like I said, interested to load some shares, $10.21. But if you're looking at a massive, have some patience. $10 is the key area, folks. $10 is the key area, because time and time because our moving average is sitting right over here at $10.05. So beautiful setup coming up, setup for another rally up. And even the MACD, MACD, it's right up here too, where green bars have started to creep up and creates volume too. So remember, volume creates price, and we didn't have enough volume, and that is something that kind of wanted me to kind of wait and see why we haven't had the breakout. Why did we pull back? Well, the reason we pull back, you see the 200-day EMA is sitting at $10.44 on the 6-month chart, and on my blue line, which is the 60-day EMA, it is sitting at $10.20. Means we don't have the crossover yet. Once The 1 month has a crossover. The 3 months has the crossover. The 6 months has not a crossover yet. We need this crossover. Then it's going to shoot all the way high, which is going to be the next massive support level. It's going to resistance level rather, and it is going to be roughly around at $14. That $14 is going to be the resistance, going to be sitting over there for something to keep an eye, because it will be a nasty one for us to break. But that is an area we got to keep an eye, because it acted as a support many times. Now it's going to act as a resistance. We do have a long way to go to cover up. That's about $4.07 at the moment right now, but it is very possible because the MACD, you can clearly see that right over here, it's curling and it's changing direction. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to see that. Analysis, well, you clearly see that the targets for on this range on my software, it shows about $36. Even we are above the low target, sitting kind of on the between the average as well. Order flow Friday was good, definitely on hand that. But something I wanted to share with you guys, a lot of buyers are still sitting between the $12 to the $10 level, so something to keep an eye. And then we have some buyers, very little buyers are holding these shares. We're sitting at $24, and even the $16.45. You can see a lot of buyers are still holding, and their portfolio is red. Don't worry, folks. Your time is coming for those to sell your shares, or go get even higher than that, because it's just a matter of time. So, what are we looking at? A couple things this week. Coming this week for us is we gotta break the key crossover. We need some crossover on the moving average on the 6 months, our 60-day, and keep an eye. Definitely keep an eye in area of $14.50. That is the target we're looking on this week, a week's to ahead of coming up for us for RIVN. Folks, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, or having a wonderful weekend whenever at the time you're watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on the notification so you don't miss anything with the RIVN. And go ahead and check out the portfolio on the YouTube channel. I do talk about a variety of stock and what I invested on. Feel free to answer me any question, and I will share with you all the answers as well. So thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.